For my next project, I'd have to cover everything I'd done on the wall so far. So I set about covering it up with black spray paint. And then I ran out of black spray paint. That was annoying. Here I am a few days later and my delivery of spray paints has arrived and I have more black. So let's get this cover up finished. Again, forgetting the mask. So we've got an obvious continuity error here. I didn't record all the speaking bits for this video when I was actually painting the piece, and I have since got my hair cut. There's also something completely different on that wall, so that's why I'm kind of recording this bit from the corner of my garage. So what I want to try for this video is I'm going to start using some tape to use as stencils. I did the same thing with the trainer video. If you want to have a look at that, it's here, you can click on that. But for this, I just wanted to kind of do person, do you know what I mean, like a figure, because I want to work my way up into doing portraits and stuff like that. And I will eventually get onto doing like freehand stuff, but while I'm still getting confident with the paint can in my hand, I want to do some like controlled stuff, so that's why I'm using tape for stencils again. So the piece is of a famous footballer, and it may be obvious who it is. Hopefully it's obvious who it is, especially since I'm going to do him from behind. And his name's on his back. His name's on the back of his shirt, so it should be obvious. But anyway, so I'm going to start taping up the wall now. Not sure if you can see this properly, but I'm not having much fun with the tape. It doesn't really stay down. If I was to do this all in one go, it would probably be okay, but you know, I've done this over a couple of nights and I don't know if it's the temperature in the garage, but it doesn't seem to stay flush with the walls. So I've actually got a solution. Well, what's my solution, I hear you ask? This is my solution. Blue tack. So I'm going to use this sticky tack on the wall and I'm going to mould it into the shape of the stencil. I'm going to spray over it and then I'm going to throw it away. So it's not very environmentally conscious of me, but I just don't think it'll be reusable once I've used this as a stencil. But I think it's going to stay on the wall, and it's also going to be much more malleable than tape, so I can kind of get really, really accurate edges. So I'm going to try a combination. There's some tape up there, some of the tape will stay, but I'm going to go through most of the fiddly bits with this sticky tack, blue tack. I suppose it's one of those, it's not blue tack, it's literally called super tack, but it's one of those things, isn't it? It's, I can't think of the word, but you know, like tannoy, hoover, those kind of things. It's blue tack, isn't it? We all know it as blue tack. Right, so again, here goes nothing. So yeah, this doesn't look like a normal stencil. I've used a combination of tape and the sticky tack. The tape works best for the straight lines, longer straight lines, and the sticky tack works better for the intricate bits where I can just mould it around, you know, bits that are more fiddly. It might not look like much now. In fact, it might not look like much when it's finished. But what I'm going to do now is really, really, really carefully paint this. I've got to stay close to the wall without getting too close. I've got to stay within the lines. It's a very, very, very slight, it's a sorry excuse for a stencil because I can't just spray over it and have confidence that the image will come through. I've got to get up quite close to the blue tack, to the sticky tack. I feel like I say this a lot, but here goes nothing. not going perfectly well, but I think that some of the smoky, dusty whites that are kind of spilling out of the stencil, they might end up looking pretty cool. So I'm just going to persevere, and the proof will be in the pudding. The pudding being taking blue tack off the wall. It's obvious who I'm doing by now if you know who it is. Okay, so I don't need to explain the continuity error because you saw it earlier on in the video, but I've put all the tape on, I've put all the blue tack on, super tack. I've put the paint where I needed to put it, and now it's time to take the tape and the blue tack off and see what we're left with. So here goes. So that's pretty much done now. There's just some chalk lines that I just want to get rid of with a bit of water, so I'm just going to do that. I think that looks a bit crisper now. That's finished. Obviously, that's Eric Cantona, played for Man United from 1992 to 1997. He was a hero of mine. I grew up watching him. I would have been 6 years old when he signed for us. And he brought Man United by the scruff of the neck into the most successful period ever, and dominated English football. And he did it with a swagger, he did it with his collar up, he did it with his chest puffed out. And yeah, it's not the first time I've done a picture or a painting or something of Cantona. He's very iconic, he's easy to kind of commit to art. But yeah, quite happy with that. Playing around with different types of stencils really. Using the blue tack, I think it worked quite well. The tape didn't work brilliantly, but there we go. Use a combination of both, and it's probably not the most efficient way of doing a stencil, but to me that was easier than getting a really big sheet of something, drawing it out and cutting it out with a hobby knife. I'm probably going to do that at some point. Maybe I'll find it is easier, but one thing I know is that the ways that I've done stencils so far are not easy. So I actually have one of his shirts up. That's the shirt that he's actually wearing. That's the shirt that he's wearing in the picture that I've just done. But not in that size. That probably fit me when I was about 9 years old. And this is the man himself. I remember getting this maybe a week or two before he announced his retirement in 1997. So I remember thinking, oh, that's going to be worth something. It probably isn't, but there you go. And there you have it. So it's not my most detailed or most intricate piece of art that I've done, but it's all about making mistakes and learning lessons and just getting better at doing these big paintings on a garage wall. So I'm quite happy with it, and thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. So if you enjoyed watching this video, check out my other videos. If you don't mind, give it a like or comment. What should I do next? What should I try? What techniques are important for me to know when I'm doing stuff on the wall with spray paint or stencils, or you know, whatever. Just interested to see what I should be trying next. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Bye bye.